Let's talk about something that's on, well, pretty much everyone's mind, getting older. But what if the number of candles on your birthday cake didn't have to dictate how you actually feel? Today, we're going to dig into the science of how you can, believe it or not, actually slow down that clock.
So, does this ring a bell for you? You roll out of bed and, yep, there it is. The creaky knees, the sore back that just came out of nowhere. It's that classic feeling, right? Like your body is aging way faster than your mind is. But what if you could do something about it? What if you could actually change that story?
Okay, so the secret isn't some fountain of youth or a magic pill to stop time. Nope. It all comes down to understanding this really powerful idea that scientists are, frankly, incredibly excited about. And that idea is your biological age.
So, what in the world is biological age? Well, you've got your chronological age. That's easy. It's just the number of birthdays you've had. But your biological age, that is the real game changer. Think of it as your body's true age. It's how well your engine is running on the inside. And here's the best part. You have a surprising amount of control over it.
Look, we all know the basics, right? Eat your veggies, get enough sleep, try not to stress out. All super important. But when you look at all the research, experts keep pointing to one single habit that stands head and shoulders above the rest as the most powerful tool for winding back that biological clock. So, any guesses what it is?
Yep, regular physical activity. I know it sounds almost too simple, right? But the science behind how just moving your body protects you from the inside out is absolutely incredible. So let's dive into the 3 biggest science-backed benefits. You're going to want to hear this.
All right, first up, stronger muscles. Now, we usually think about muscles for, looking good or being able to lift heavy groceries. But it turns out preserving your muscle mass is one of the most critical things you can do for a long, healthy life.
And check this out. This is honestly kind of shocking. Once you hit 30, yeah, just 30, your body naturally starts losing 3 to 5% of its muscle mass every single decade. There's a name for it, sarcopenia. And it's what leads to becoming frail, having a much higher risk of falling, and ultimately losing your independence as you get older. This is why I absolutely love this quote from Dr. Chris Moore. Muscle is the organ of longevity. It just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Your muscle isn't just for lifting things, it's this incredibly active organ. It's busy controlling your hormones, keeping your bones strong. Basically, it's what keeps you functional. And the key to keeping it is movement, especially things like resistance training. Okay, so that's muscle. Now let's move on to benefit number 2, which is all about fighting inflammation. You're about to see how exercise is basically one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory tools you could possibly have. Now hold on, inflammation gets a bad rap, but not all of it is evil. You've got acute inflammation, that's the good stuff. You sprain your ankle, it swells up, that's your body healing itself. The real villain here is chronic inflammation. Think of it like a low-level fire that's always burning inside your body, slowly wearing down your organs. And yeah, it's linked to pretty much every major disease of aging. So how does exercise put out that fire? Well, a huge review of almost 50 studies found that it's working its magic deep down at the cellular level. Inside your cells, you have these tiny power plants called mitochondria. Exercise helps them work better, more efficiently, and get this, it even protects the ends of your DNA. These little caps called telomeres. They're like the plastic tips on your shoelaces, right? They keep your DNA from unraveling. So yeah, movement is literally an anti-aging workout from the inside out. All right, let's get to benefit number 3, and honestly, this might be the most important one for your quality of life. Keeping your brain sharp. We've talked muscle, we've talked cells, now let's talk about protecting that amazing organ between your ears. And the numbers here are, well, they're staggering. Just look at this. Being physically active can slash, not just lower, but slash your risk of developing dementia by around 35%. Just let that sink in for a second. That means regular movement is one of the single best things you can do to protect your brain as you age. And if you're thinking, I don't have time for the gym every day, check this out. It's what's so amazing. A massive study out of the UK found that just 35 minutes of moderate to vigorous activity per week was linked to a 41% lower risk of dementia. 35 minutes a week. That's just 5 minutes a day. I mean, come on. That is an absolutely incredible return on investment. Okay. So the evidence is pretty overwhelming, right? But knowing all this stuff is one thing. Actually doing it is a whole different ballgame. So let's shift gears. We've covered the why, now let's get into the how. Here's a super simple plan to actually get you moving. The number 1 rule here is that consistency beats intensity every single time. So here are 5 super easy tips to make it happen. Number 1, find something you actually love to do. Seriously, if you hate running, don't run. If it feels like a chore, you're just not going to stick with it. 2, make it social. Everything's better with a friend, right? Go for a walk. Join a class. 3, take exercise breaks. You don't need to block out a whole hour. 3 10-minute walks during the day? Perfect. 4, and this is a big one, just start. Seriously, stop overthinking it and just do something. And finally, number 5, schedule it. Put it in your calendar just like you would any other important appointment.
And hey, if you're sitting there thinking, well, that's great, but it's too late for me, I really want you to let this quote sink in. It's a powerful reminder that our bodies are incredible, resilient things. It is never too late to start reaping all these anti-aging benefits we've been talking about today.
So after seeing all this, the question really isn't if you should move more. The real question is how you're going to start. So I'll leave you with this. What's one small, simple thing you can do today to invest in the future you? Maybe it's a 10-minute walk after lunch. Maybe it's doing a few squats while the coffee brews. It all counts. The only question is, what will you choose?